Jeez, this is so difficult. Why does it have to be this difficult? Jeez. Okay, I think I'm live. Now I'm going live on Facebook. Let's see if this works. All right, and okay, that's turned the wrong way. I need to flip the camera. There we go. All right, everybody. Hi, it's Zane with Sailing Views. I think I'm live on Facebook and YouTube now. Pardon my really ghetto setup I've got going on here. I have my phone on top of my monitor for Facebook. I have the video camera going on top of my computer for YouTube. Whether this works, I have no idea. Somebody reach out, let me know. Give me a message, let me know if this is working or not, because this is my first basic live attempt at both. Actually, my first YouTube live, so I'm giving it a shot. But with that, let me go ahead and start off on what's been going on in my world. I have been such a really bad YouTube creator because I am just uneducated when it comes to editing and software and figuring these things out. Now, last night I did a great, excellent, one of the best interviews I've ever done. And if anybody here has seen my sailing channel, Sailing Views on YouTube, you'll see that I've interviewed a lot of great people, great sailors, just incredible people to know. It's all good. Well, I completely failed last night. As many of you know, I've been running into audio issues with, my guests. Sometimes they're too quiet, I'm too loud, or I'm too quiet and they're too loud. Whatever it is, whatever the case is, you know that I struggle with the software side. Like I said, last night I did an interview with Marissa and Chris from Sailing Avocet. If you don't know who they are a young couple from California. They bought a Choily 41. They've done a massive rebuild on it. They weren't planning on starting a YouTube channel. It just sort of happened. But they are a great couple to see. Very good looking, energetic, wonderful couple. I see nothing but success in their future. The Sailing Vessel Avocet. So I think their channel's called Sailing Avocet. I'm not 100% sure, but you can look them up. Great people, super nice group. The amount of boat work they've done to their boat is just insane. It is off the charts. I don't know really if any other channel has done this much boat work to the extent of actually getting everything right like they have, but they've done an amazing job. I'm really proud of them. Well, needless to say, I did an interview with them last night. I did my little mental checklist of making sure I had the video working, the audio working, I had everything working. Apparently, when I went to adjust and double check the audio, which is kind of my fear, is the audio. When I went to double check it, as soon as I double checked it, it sent the audio back to default mode, which is very, very low, and it kind of screwed me. So instead of being boosted, it dropped down to nothing. And my entire interview, and it was a nice, 45, 48 minute video, it went to nothing. So I have no sound, it was brutal. Anyway, Marissa, Chris, I completely apologize. Hopefully we'll do it again because everything you said was very important to a lot of people. I really want to do that interview again. So I'm sure I'll reach out. I'll talk to them. They'll probably reach out, talk to me. I think I've made a couple of really good friends with those guys. They're just great people to know. Now, everybody on Facebook Live, can you see me? Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Give me something so I know this is working. You guys on YouTube, if you're seeing it, let me know because I don't know if this is working. Once again, this is my first attempt at YouTube live streaming First time really doing a Facebook Live. I don't know if any of this stuff's working or not, but I'm trying. I'm trying to figure it out. Remember, this is Ghetto Fabulous Zane here down in Alabama, just trying to make it work. Who knows? All right. Well, once again, like I say, I apologize to Chris and Marissa for the complete failure with the video last night. And I'm gonna pull my microphone a little closer. Uh, but I apologize to them. So, moving on from there, let's talk about some of the things I've been working on. You know, with the whole pandemic, and you know, y'all seen my interviews. I ask people what they're doing in the future, and nobody really seems to know what's happening. Uh, the Gulf Yachting Association, we just killed our entire schedule. We're working on figuring out where we're going to go, what we're going to do. I know my yacht club is opening back up to small regattas, small events. I don't think we're putting any real. I'm not really sure, you know, the word I'm trying to come up with, but we're not putting any conditions on people. You know, you're not forced to sail with your family. You're not forced to sail with anybody. I think everybody is smart enough to use their own judgment, but we're starting some of our smaller regattas. You know, they're pretty much local events. We're not getting people from outside the area. We have a couple of those starting up. But one thing I have seen lately is a lot of people are getting interested in their boat. And that is, I think, a positive thing. And this is something I know I've been poking at for months and months, it seems like, in my interviews. You know, is where do we go next? And honestly, my personal opinion is that people are going to start showing up, working on their boats, start sailing more, mainly because they have time at home. They have time to work on their boats and get things ready, and you know, they're bored. They want to go sailing. When you can't do anything and you're a sailor, all races are canceled, you're not doing much, and you're stuck at home. I think people are starting to get their act together and wanting to go sailing. I know, me personally, you know, I do boat work, so I do, you know, bottoms, bulkheads, minor rigging, you know, just tweaking out, fixing things that, you know, are breaking down due to lack of maintenance, lack of whatever, you know, just running into the docks or whatever. I take care of those things. Well, I've been busier these last 2.5 weeks than I've been busier in years. I've had a 5-6 week waiting list, and I can't hardly crank them out fast enough. So that's a good thing. I'm realizing I don't charge enough because I'm not making any money. I'm barely paying to do the job, so I'm almost paying to work. But I'm getting better at it, or at least I will with the next run or two of boats. Started figuring out the prices and what people are paying and what the average price is. And, you know, I don't mind undercutting people because I'm not really an official marina. But you know, I also don't want to short myself, and I also am not making any money. So something's got to give. But with that said, I'm busy as all can be. Let's see, in the last week, I've done a rib job on a Rose 19. I started the recoring of a J22, which is just a nasty project, and it doesn't matter how far I dig into the deck, it's just shot. And the further I dig, it seems like it's getting worse. I don't know. I'll stop recoring when I hit, you know, decent balsa. And why do you builders use balsa? You know it's wood. You know it's going to rot. Can't you just go with foam? I mean, it's what, $30 a plank compared to what, $28 a plank for balsa? Can't you just use foam? Eliminates the rot. What is wrong with you builders? Come on, you're cheaping out $2. I mean, you're looking at $300 per boat. Come on, you're already making 40 grand per boat. Why do you have to cheap out on the core? It's beyond me. Anyway, so I'm doing a lot of core work, a lot of boat work. Today I did I had a an O'Day Mariner, which is basically a Rose 19 hull with a Mariner deck. I don't know. It's kind of a little cruisier, a little bigger, wider. It's kind of cool. I don't know. Same thing as a Rose 19, but kind of a cruisier version. It's still got the cast iron center board, which doesn't go all the way down. I'm not sure why, if it's just this boat or something, but putting a bottom job on it. This couple, really nice group of people, the Wheelers. They've had this boat for apparently 30 years. It's been in a garage and in a shed and swapped around between their father, them. I don't know. Big long story for them, but they haven't used this boat much and they're just now getting to use it. The boat is perfect shape. It's got some road rash on the bow where it keeps banging in the trailer, but other than that, the boat's great. I felt kind of bad about having to sand it and put bottom paint on it. Because I mean, if you got a boat without bottom paint, I mean that's like beautiful. But I understand what they're going for. They want a boat that's in the water. The wife's a big sailor, the husband isn't, and her thoughts are if it's in the water and it's easy to put together, they can jump in and go. She can get them more involved. You know what? If it gets them involved, then more power to them. So, happy to oblige. Now the boat is it needs a little more work than I thought. And there's a lot more scratches and gouges. Just getting it on and off the trailers beat it up. The trailer's not in the best shape, so where the rollers were, it gouged in. Where the little V, where the bow should line up, it's not there, so it has knocked some serious holes in the boat. I've been filling those. I think I don't even know how many ounces of thickened resin in there, and it's thick. It's not a runny resin. It's thick and solid, knowing that I had to fill a hole, but it's in there, and it just never stopped. So I just kept pushing it in, pushing it in, pushing it in. I think we've got it fixed, but we will see. Tomorrow is sand it, fix it, finalize it, get another coat of paint on there. Well, while I'm doing that tomorrow, I actually have one more coat of paint to do on the base of the hull, will be a third coat. I've got the pad areas and the lifting strap areas. That'll take 3 coats because they're just naked now. So I figured 3 good coats of paint. That ought to keep it pretty good and a good starter run on, keeping a good wet sailboat. So I'll finish that off in the morning, and then tomorrow I get to go to Pensacola to a old school district. I bought a bunch of junk from an auction, which, you know me, I love my junk, and you know how I love collecting things. But this auction had like cafeteria tables and things like that. Now, for me, it sounds stupid, or for everybody, it sounds stupid, me buying cafeteria tables. But I bought them for $8, right? So they're like 18 feet long, especially when you open them up. I guess they're 8 feet tall each, so 16 feet long, I guess. But I get to, I'm going to take them apart. I'm going to use them for shelving in my shop. Now, I know I have to seal the back side of it, but I need shelves and storage in my shop and out in the backyard. So for me, the amount of money I spent is nothing, and it's going to be great. So I got to go pick that store's sort of stuff up tomorrow. And I was supposed to go to New Orleans because a good buddy of mine, Ed Mann here in Fairhope, he went sailing on Sunday single-handed and had to do a crash tack to dodge a boat. He shredded his jib. I'm going to try to get that fixed on Thursday, but I have to drive to New Orleans for it, so that's going to be a chore. So I'll be in New Orleans on Thursday. I was really hoping I could pull it all off and do Wednesday and hit the New Orleans Yacht Club Wednesday night races, but, things happen. I can't pull off everything no matter how hard I try. Actually, I might be able to. It's possible, but I have a couple fears. As many of you guys, maybe not many of you, some of you might know, I went to Missouri, 2 weeks ago? I sold about 3 sets of sails up in Missouri, a couple J22s and a set of Melges sails, and then another Melges Spinnaker. So I had to go up there and, have fun, hang out with my buddies, the guys up there, Mike Spurgeon, Brian Nichols, that group up here, Paul Nahon, that group. I had to go hang out with them and just you know, do my job as a sailmaker and hang out with the people that are ordering sails from me. So I went up there and did that. And as I'm leaving Missouri, my car overheated. Luckily, I was with Brian. Brian's a great guy. He's a great mechanic. He knows how to fix things. Well, he took care of my water pump or thermostat because apparently my thermostat's stuck. Well, needless to say, he fixed it. I drove home, had a little bit of a leak, a minor overheating, no big deal. Since I've been home, though, my car's been overheating more and more. Well, I don't know anything about cars, but I've got it working. I don't know. I flushed my whole cooling system, changed out another thermostat, put another water pump in this morning. I mean, today's been a busy day. It's been thermostat, tear the radiator down, tear everything out of the front of my car, rebuild all cooling issues in my truck. We will see. By the way, if anybody wants a Lincoln Navigator 2003 with 70,000 miles, please call me. Check in right now. I want to get rid of this car. It's a Lincoln Navigator. Perfect shape. Low miles. It's great. It's barely used, but good God. I'm so tired of this car. I want my Yukon back. Anyway. All right. So, Nick, thanks for your comments on Facebook, man. You let me know Facebook is faster. I understand. There's not much I can do about it. Facebook is coming off my phone, which is up here. YouTube is over here, coming off my camera, and I guess they have a delay. I don't know. But thanks for your comments. And the rest of you guys, if you're on Facebook, I can't see you. I see you watching, but I don't know if you're saying anything. There's probably a button. Let's see if I can pull this off. Okay. You know what's going to happen, though? My phone's going to fall down. This is dangerous. You know what? I'm not going to mess with it. But I got a couple viewers on Facebook, so thanks for dropping in. Once again, go to the YouTube channel. Check it out. You get to see it live. You get to see it there. It's just a couple seconds behind. Anyway, so let's move on to some of the next subjects. As I said, I've been doing boat work, car work, a little bit of things like that all day today. I'm kind of in the middle of a record project on a J22. Basically, you know, I got to cut a big hole in the deck, and it's right where the chain plates went through. You know, it's balsa cord, J-boat, rotting, falling apart. But I'm going to cut out a section about, I don't know, you can't see it on the camera, but, you know, probably a section 3 feet on fore and aft, and then, you know, the width of whatever the core is all the way into the cabin top, replacing it with foam, going to glass it back. So that is the next project. Like I say, I'm doing a O'Day Mariner, which is a quick and easy, slap some bottom paint on it, move it out. But the long-term project right now is a J22. I already replaced the bulkheads, and they came out phenomenal. Now, the problem with a phenomenal thing on the bulkheads is when you make a boat stiffer in one section, the rest of it starts falling apart because you now have one solid stiff part that doesn't flex. And when you got a boat like this J that's rotten everywhere, the rest of it's going to flex and go to hell. So now we'll see what happens. But I'm going to beef up the chain plates, beef all that up, tie it all into the new bulkheads, see if I can keep it together. Now this J has a really weird problem where if you've been on J22, you've got a like a step right in front of the front of the companionway, front of the cockpit. Right behind that step that runs, you know, across the boat, directly behind that on both sides, the cockpit is cracking. So the core is shot there, and the whole cockpit's starting to sink in. I know how to fix it. It's basically recore the whole boat, but God, I don't want to. That's going to hurt. That's a lot of work that I'm really not looking forward to. The people that own the boat, it was a donated boat by the Klein Strokes to Mobile Bay Sailing Center. They You know, that's part of the reason they donated it. The boat is kind of dead. They don't. Nobody wants to sink this kind of money in a J22. Um, I don't know. It's a really strange issue, but I'm gonna fix it up the best I can, make it as strong as I can. And to be honest, I'm kind of thankful that the GYA Challenge Cup and our GYA circuit was canceled because we lost our D boat, and that was going to be our D boat. And the more I play with this J22 in my backyard, the more I realize this is just going to be a disaster. Everything on the boat's going to rip out. It's not going to be good. So that gives me an extra year to play with the boat and beef it up. So that's a good thing. Um, by the way, for you guys on Facebook, please drop into YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I really need some subscribers on there. You know, I'm a broke sailor. I need subscribers. You know, and I can't make YouTube work until I get a bit larger. So I need your help. So with that, all right, I'll plug myself. I'll plug Quantum Sales. I'll plug Boatworks. So, you know, I'm plugging everything I can. If anybody else has anything, throw it out there. Uh, Thanks for watching. Go check out Sailing Avocet. That is a excellent group of people to follow. The boat work they do is just amazing. Chris, he grew up on boats. He had a, God, I forgot what it was called, but he's been doing boat work on his family's slightly larger boat all of his life. And it shows when he's doing his new Choi Lee. Go look at it, man. This guy's doing an amazing thing. He's taking care of every loose end, everything possible. Go check him out. Sailing Avocet. Great group of people. Always a good channel to watch. Take a look at them. Tell them I sent you. Anyway, with that, the only thing else I have to say is I've been so busy, I haven't gotten to interview people. That's why you're catching me live right now. I'm working myself pretty much, I don't know, 12, 13 hours a day working in the backyard on boats. That doesn't leave me enough time to shower and do an interview. And when I do get to do an interview, I screw up. My audio is not right. Something's not right. So once again, as you know, I'm a noob. I'm new at this. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure it out. So once again, guys, keep subscribing, keep watching. I'm going to get back to interviews. I'll get to more things. If you like the lifestyle, I'll do more of these because, I mean, this is a whole lot easier than setting it up, lining up live interviews, and then coming up with the questions and all that good stuff. So let me know what you like better, live interviews or just me speaking off the cuff. I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, Zane with Sailing Views. Over, out, and bye-bye. Now I have to figure out how to turn off this streaming. Over, out, and bye-bye.